I'm choosing to keep my identity a secret for this video, as I teach you to multiply radicals. When you multiply radicals, take a look at this first example and write it down. It's the square root of 10 times the square root of 2. Now when you're multiplying, it's different than addition, where with multiplication I'm going to go ahead and multiply first, then try to simplify and break it down at the end. So I see multiplication, so I go ahead and multiply these two numbers together. 10 times 2 is the square root of 20. And then I can break down the square root of 20. You might want to just practice that. 5 and 4, 2 and 2. Pair of 2's go on the outside, and a 5 left over on the inside. 2 square root of 5 would be my answer. Now, let's move on to a couple more complex ones. 3 square root of 8 times 4 square root of 5. Remember, I'm going to multiply first, and then I'm going to simplify at the end. So, when you have numbers on the inside and outside of the radical, multiply outside numbers with outside numbers. So 3 and 4 gives me 12. Multiply inside numbers with inside numbers. 8 and 5 to get 40. Then at the very end, see if I can break numbers down. 10 and 4, 2 and 2. So you can check my answer. You break it down yourself, but you should get 24 square root of 10 as an answer. 24 square root of 10 would be your answer on that one. Now, let's say I have my next example. 10x to the 4th times 2x squared, 3x squared. So copy that example down. Now I multiply the outside numbers with outside numbers here, but this one doesn't even have an outside number. So it's basically 2 times 1. So I get 2. And then I multiply what's on the inside. So 10 times 3 is 30. And then I need to multiply my x to the 4th times x squared. Remember, when I multiply with exponents, I add up the 4 and the 2 to get x to the 6th. So that's x to the 6th. And then at the very end, I see if I can break it down. 30, I'll tell you right now, you can't break down. But x to the 6th, you're actually going to have 3 pairs of x's. So your final answer would be 2x to the 3rd square root of 30. If you have an example where there's one of them that has an outside number and you're multiplying it times just a radical, we can't combine this 6 and 8 and multiply together because this is an outside number, this is an inside number. We don't combine those kind of things. But what I can do is just put them right next to each other. This actually equals 6 square root of 8. Notice it's still 6 times the square root of 8. I just squeezed them together to make it look more uniform and see if I could combine it with other things later. But outside numbers and inside numbers don't mix. You can put them right next to each other when you're multiplying. Lastly, when you have the square root of 5 times the square root of 5, it's just 5. Not square root of 5. Technically it's the square root of 25, but we know that to be 5. So since we've done radicals for a while now, I want us to know right off the bat, if you see square root of 6 times square root of 6, it's just 6. Square root of 8 times square root of 8 is just 8. My identity has been protected to keep me innocent. Thank you.